This is an interesting one. I've learnt when I'm reloading that very small differences at the reloading side can equate to massive differences by the time that bullet hits the target. One of the ones is changing something that you might not initially have thought would make a difference, but it does. So in this case, we're going to change the cases. We have the round that shot really well. I think it was like a 1 centimeter group at 100 meters. Now we're going to try that load in different cases. I know it's going to be different, but somebody asked me if it would be, so I went ahead and fired that load in different cases, and here's the results. We're going to load up some of those rounds that worked quite well in our testing. There will be 23.8 grains of this powder, Vita Viore N135, and that'll be going with the 65 grain Sierra Match King bullet, and as you saw, gives you a pretty nice group, about less than 1 centimeter out at 100 yards. Let's load up our powder measurer. We're also going to test this today. This is our bullet seating die. We'll test that today also. I've loaded up the powder into this one. We'll drop a few into the pan and we'll check them on the digital scale, which I'm going to get out now. Scotsman, you see, tight as 2 coats of paint. 23.56. It's round about 23.6ish, I think, last week. Pump up the volume until we hit a 23.8. Boom, we're in it. Won't go back to this one, we'll just go with that. And we'll do one more and then I'm going to show you some bullet seating, I think. Yeah, let's have it in there first. 23.74. It's like it's set on automatic and it's steadily increasing the weight without me doing anything. I'm pretty sure it's that scale, but maybe not. Yep, that's us, 23.8. Okay, we'll leave this powder for now and we'll do some bullet seating. So we've done 2 there. We've tried to adjust this to the right length. Put a bullet in. Let's put this back a little touch from where the dummy bullet was seated. Give it a little spin about and measure it. 57.21. That's good enough for me. Okay, let's see if we can get consistency from this bullet seater. 57.18. That's a goer. Well, the rain's still beating down outside. We've now finished with what we were loading. We've got 45 rounds ready to go. I actually have another 10 that I started reloading the other night. I did 10 of them, but I had to go and do something else. Oh, you can't see because of the light. Let me move this camera. Get them under the light so you can see them. There you go. 45 rounds plus another 10 in the safe. So we'll take them. We'll use 5 rounds just to warm up the rifle. We're going to be testing at 200 yards or 300 yards. Today we're trying the round that shoots quite well with different cases. So we have 8 Hornady, we had 15 Remington, 8 Starline and 3 IMI. I've just shot 5 of the Remington ones. I forgot to adjust the elevation on the first one. That might be a good thing because we can see the actual drop at 200 meters here. It's from there to there. I'll see if I can get that measured somehow, and then we'll try the Hornady, more Remington and Starline. Here's the view from the firing position then. I always use this little bag now. It's brilliant for keeping it steady, or as steady as I can keep it. So currently on the 200, not this one, the one on the left there, you can just see a white target. Mine's is a smaller one at the bottom, but we will be going to that one way down there in the middle, 300 eventually. Don't know whether you can hear that, but there hasn't been any wind here this morning. That's me just finished my 200 meter shooting. I'm walking down to check the target, which I wasn't going to bother doing, but now I'm starting to hear a bit of wind coming in, which isn't going to be good for the 300 meter. Sorry, I think this range is in yards, but you know, it's not much in it. Anyway, let's check these targets. Look at the Starline one. What the hell is that? The Starline one's ridiculously bad. It's like a seagull shit on it. A big long streak. Why is that? Hornady here. Not too good either. This, however, we could probably live with that one. 200 meter Remington. I'll do the measurements later on when I go home. The Starline is fucking, holy shit sauce. That's not very good. Okay, let's go back up and do the 300s. Okay, this time we're gonna go in reverse order. So what we're actually gonna do is do these star lines. So that's the third target along, and I've got an extra target just to get rid of these 3 IMI to see how they do. But we'll do the star line first this time, since they went last time. I'm on my way down to look at the 300 meter targets. There's the targets there. We're not there yet. Probably still 50 meters away. The shooting position's up there. We're prone today. Normally we sit at a bench, but try it prone because when I'm actually out hunting I might be on the sticks or prone on the tripod, so why not try it for real. That wind didn't come to much, just about feel it and no more, so hopefully that didn't affect things, but it's just my shooting that will affect things. Okay, who did the best? Now look, still the Hornady, you could still live with that at 300 meters. There was one slightly dodgy one. The Remington as well. I'm quite chuffed with that Remington at 300 meters. Well, I actually think it's 280 meters and 300 yards. The Starline, complete and utter waste of space. Oh dear. The IMI wasn't too bad, but did the Hornady do that badly on the other one? See, we're not looking to see if it's zeroed, but the Remington probably is. We're looking for the group size, so we're going to have to go home and measure. Interesting. First up then, at 200 yards, we have the Hornady. Only 4 shots of them, because I had to go with what ammo I had left. And we've got 55mm group, and that is 2.16 inches. Next up, we have here the Remington brass. That's a 5-shot group, and we have 37mm, which is 1.45 inches. 200 yards. Starline brass, let's see how that performed. And it wasn't very good. We had 4 shots of that. That's not a shot down there, it's just a mark on the target. So 4 shots of that, and it was a pretty unimpressive 70mm group. That's 2.75 inches. Oh, I know what that is, 2 3/4 inches. Okay, now we're up to 300 yards with the 4 shots of the Hornady. Something strange happened. I actually got a better group than I did at 200. So we have 36mm group here, which is 1.41 inches. Now what I did this time, I shot in reverse order. Hornady, after that warm-up shots, Hornady was first, then Remington, and then Starline. This time I did Starline, and I think I did Hornady in the middle, and then Remington. So whether that makes any difference, I'm not sure. But a better result at 300 than 200. I'm guessing it's just down to my not very good shooting. Okay, over to the Remington now. And again, it's pretty consistent, but this time it's 48mm, which is 1.88, so slightly worse than the Hornady. And then we have our old friend, the Starline. Let's do that one next, because it was a horrendous 12 centimeters, which is 4.8 inches at 300 yards. And we also had a bonus track. We had some IMI cases. We only had 3 of them left, so we shot them. And the IMI returned 52mm. I think that's like a couple of inches in it. And that's all we have. So our take home is probably the Remington we're going to go with, although the Hornady didn't do that bad. Maybe I'll add up the 200s and 300s and average it out, and then we'll see which one is ultimately better. Well, that was that. As I said, I was pretty sure that some of the cases would be better than others. It was originally shot in the Remington brass, so it's probably not a surprise that that was the best. But the Hornady was also good, but as you saw, the zero wasn't the same. So maybe the Hornady could be as good or better than the Remington. But we're going to stick with the Remington. It looks pretty consistent. Hope you enjoyed that. And as I say, it was probably a foregone conclusion that one would be better than the other. But we're not going to discount the Starline brass. We are going to use that for another load that I'm going to develop. So that'll be in videos to come. Stay tuned.